and it comes time for combat, and then as combat goes, you will just kind of note how many times you've cast each of your wounds. You can cast up to 3 times each, staying true to having only 3 copies of cards in the deck. All right. Any questions there so far?
For our spirit energy, does it count as multi-element technically, or is it always partly one and partly another?
So you can
Switch over to the
have,
stream in a second.
yep, it'll be a mix of whatever you want it to be because you're channeling the spirits in that sense. So I'm not forcing you to stay all one spirit type element. Go ahead, mix it up, craze it up. It's just how you cast it. Stay true to the casting cost. You'll have to say, I'm for the spirit. I'm going to use a blue energy or something. You know.
Okay.
Um, anything? Any other questions?
I'm good.
All right. Anyone else? Questions?
All right, so you said any of the spirits or any of the runes are usable, right?
Any of the runes are usable. So far as I looked through, and I have the
Audio
page up
is
here.
good. Let me switch over.
The only card I think that's going to be like the most powered, but like probably the only legendary spell so far out of all of the
There,
cards is Rise from the Ashes.
Mm-hmm. It's
So,
Revivify.
and yes, it's revival. So more or less, I will limit that to probably 1, seeing as that will cost 3 spirit energy. So,
Okay.
and granted, it's in this case cheap. You have 20 energy to cast, right? But
It adds up.
it does, Johnny.
Unless you play Quackle someday. Okay.
Quackle's dumb though, so who would play Quackle?
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
Says the man with the stellar.
Yeah, because the sail fell through. Love it.
Oh, it fell through. Oh yeah, you said that once. I remember that.
Right. Then, if you haven't gotten to that point, for the stats, if you look to the right here in the parentheses under, I have it typed. If you haven't yet, go ahead and roll.
Okay, so where did you say to put invoke runes in the attack defense?
I'll probably change that up to be invoke and trap.
Okay.
It just is kind of in the zone trying to get this completed. First, I was gonna call it spellbook, but I'm like, wait, no, I can't.
There we go.
Why can't you call it spellbook? Is it the D&D thing?
Yeah. The item in D&D, if you're a magic class, is you have a spell book.
Yeah, the wizard.
The
That's
warlock,
like specific.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the warlock has one too. I forgot. Well, they can.
Yeah. So it really, I don't want to get us pinged for this, and with the way a lot of stuff has been running, I really don't want this to be taken down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast has been taking a lot of L's lately.
Indeed they have.
So we only have 5 stats, correct?
You only have 4.
Okay.
Managed to squish all of the charisma and wisdom crap from D&D into the trust stat, the TST.
We also, spirit energy is our con this time.
Yes. So keeping true to what Dan
sheets
wants with
up.
the game is how the spirit energy works. So the spirit deck is your not only your fuel to cast your runes, it
Show
is
you
your
all
hit
once
points
I
as
get
well.
it there.
Mhm. And so we always roll natural 20s on our Constitution
Be
saves.
interesting. It's my first
Is
time
that
playing
how?
D&D.
Just kidding.
You
I
mean
mean-
nat 1, right? You mean nat 1, right? But what if I give you a nat 1 instead?
Actually, you know what? It's okay. I'll be poisoned, sure.
Yeah, wait, what does it matter if I die? It's okay, guys.
It's okay. I can just pick another character. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah. That's how every other D&D game has gone. It's funny because Garridine's the DM.
I found out you can edit Word documents on your phone for free.
I found out that there are some documents you can't run on your phone.
Wait, can I save it? I thought I saved it. Maybe I did save it, but
It's not a bad stat line.
That's messed up. I got a 12, a 16, a 16, and a 13.
I got a 12, 12, 12, 15, 11.
Oof.
All right. So Zaddy's the dead weight. So if we're
I'm
ever
a
in
child.
tight
Of
spot-
course I am. Of course I'm a dead weight.
if we're ever in a tight spot, ditch the child. I got it. I gotcha.
My boom bat with 2-1 will save me. It'll just blow itself up. Oh man, that'd be so sad if that actually happened.
I think I'm bouncing around the. Oh my god! I don't know how many of my DMs I just actually leaked. I'm gonna hope I didn't leak any important DMs. Oh my god!
Huh?
Oh, I'm not paying attention.
I'm bouncing around on the stream, like in the Discord.
Oh.
Oh, you don't know which
Gotcha.
one you're sharing.
All right. And any questions on the stat portions?
I assume for anything related to poisoning, if that ever comes up, is going to be strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything nature or whatnot could be strength because you have.
Okay,
Strength
so
of the body type thing.
you said choose
physicality, yeah.
3 runes.
So down up here, so choose 3 spells from your main element. So these will be your free outside of battle casting.
Yeah, so we have a normal deck, apparently. And then of those runes in our deck, we can cast them outside of battle. But in battle, only the ones in our deck.
So I should build
Correct.
a deck.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, that's 6.
What do you
So
mean
if you
outside?
actually if you go into the main hall, I have a little vote for you guys because I
Oh,
was
well, yeah, there's other ways to do it.
so I'm looking for that so I can, so I'm still kind of tinkering with the battle system.
Mhm.
So I'm still missing Johnny's and
I voted already.
oh, that's right. You were the first. You were the first one.
I was the
With it-
third.
Well, no, Johnny. I know Johnny's vote was because he put the nat 1 dice under when he
No,
voted.
I did too.
Oh, he did it too.
Oh, he did it too. Then who
Yeah, I
voted
did
the
too.
1?
No, Zaddy did one.
Ah,
Because
Okay.
there's no number 1 that I could find on emotes really quickly. The first
so,
thing I saw was the nat 1. I was like, oh, perfect.
So yeah, so this is why I host session zeros is just so we can go through everything together.
Actually, I'm gonna change my vote to 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I was reading it in a hurry at work, and
What is
Perfect.
What does 1 say again? Like you partner Elestral on the field, and
it's the only battle with your partner Celestial and build your deck that way.
okay, so
There's probably
wow,
better
that's a
way
lot
to
of
do
runes.
this.
Hey man, listen, it's like have you ever heard of the axiom control?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I think only like I think only Jake Keeper, were you here for that?
I think so. That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was ages ago. I know Jacob was here for like the tail end of it.
Okay.
How are on the character sheet for next to attack and defense on our partner Elestrals, it says ability. It's just the literal ability on the card.
So that you don't have to state on the character sheet as long as you have the most current ability on printed cards.
Okay.
So you can use the card library. I'm going to be using for a lot of the combat to make sure I do everything properly.
So outside of the 3 spells that we choose for outside, those can be anything of our main element, or can it also be outside of the element? Generic, yeah.
Yeah, it can be generic.
Okay.
Because yeah, the rainbow, as I call them, the rainbow runes aren't really specified to one element, so they can count towards it. Because like you can use your main element to fuel those. So yeah. And then right under that, don't mind the spell journal part. That, as you can see, rune collection. All spells will be that of the card game, so energy will be that of the design to cast.
Okay. So let's say I want all 3 thunder runes, just hypothetically. How would stadium work outside of combat? Just
So
kind of make like a Liam's tiny hut.
stadiums are, since they're really big. That was one thing I did run into as a in creation, is just how to do the stadiums.
It could just be
So,
a buff in case we need it, like outside of combat for some reason. Boom bat. Now you're a 3/2. That's more helpful.
I mean, I think I have something in the works. But
Okay.
we'll see if we'll get to it.
It was just hypothetical. I don't think I'll be taking a stadium. That makes no sense. But for divine, what kind of
Mostly just trying to listen.
is it, like calling on help or something?
What's going on?
Not like physically asking for the god to show up, but like
yeah, you're asking to like borrow their power or see if they'll trust you with it to help you out.
okay. So yeah, you can have one of those outside of combat. I feel like that makes enough
Like
sense.
an aura.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
All right. So yeah, my notes are a little all over the place, so I don't mind answering. Again, I will constantly repeat this, and you can tell me to shut up. I will be here to answer all the questions, seeing as my notes are more or less scattered.
So, how are we building this deck?
So from the looks of it, let me scroll over to the main hall here.
Yeah, I've been really curious about.
I'm missing 3 votes to the battle system.
Well, too, because
Of all the people here, I'm the only one you're missing, and I haven't voted because I have no idea what any of these really mean. So I'm just going to go with whatever.
I feel like that's just the general mood.
So seeing as this is, Dan's monster franchise, and he kind of is being a mix of Pokemon, a mix of Yu-Gi-Oh, like just kind of like, not saying fully taking their ideas, but he's taking inspiration. Okay, I shouldn't say taking inspiration. These ideas are his own. But yes, ideas were there. Like
Taking inspiration's fine. That's what I do all the time.
So I'm gonna read these off really quick. So the first option for the battle system is only battle with your partner Elestral. So your partner Elestral whenever you go into combat, will already be, in a sense, on the field. And then your 40 card deck
That's when I did
will
understand
be.
one thing I did.
That's what I'm asking. How do we build the deck?
And that, so
Explaining that.
Okay.
with that first option, staying true to the 3-card copy, you can do a buff deck, which is nothing but pumping up your partner Elestral to deal as much damage as you can in a single turn or something. So that would be feeding into style number 2. Starting your partner Elestral will already be on the field. But then in your deck, you can also put like other Elestrals, like the actual deck.
Would that change their abilities and the stats if you put them on the field? Like one Elestral on the field at all times, just a partner Elestral. And then if we want to quote unquote cast another Elestral, it just changes the Elestral that's currently on the field.
Yeah, I wish.
Or do we add to the field?
I understood more.
We'll be adding to the field. You still have the 4 zones.
Honestly, I think
right?
for just trying to figure it out.
Invokes, traps, and deities and artifacts. And then the 4 for
we'll
the
see what happens.
Elestrals. And in that sense of the battle, I'm not going to be tinkering with that at all.
Too. Something real cool.
Then, or the third option was I give
Honestly,
you 5 partners off the bat, like
exactly
a full
what's
team.
going to end up happening.
And you get 3 copies of each in your collection. So that would put you at your 15 cost Elestrals, which is typically the balance that I've seen work very well in some decks.
Again, this is the first time me playing D&D, so
I'd like to reiterate, I've only played the card game once, and that was a few months ago.
You don't have to have the perfect deck. I'm not going to have the perfect deck.
Nope. And really, battle is going to consist of...
You guys are going to min-max your decks? Oops. Okay.
Yeah, well,
yeah, no, exactly. The problem I'm having right now is I don't know what to ask, so
I'm the Elestrals champion.
I'm gonna just soak it all in. If I'm still confused, then I'll see if I can start asking questions and figure out what questions to ask.
Imagine starting with the Volt Tempest on field.
I'm surprised Jacob didn't say something when I said I was the Volt Tempest. I was the Elestrals champion.
He doesn't seem
I
to
was
care.
too busy interacting with chat right now and just trying to take in everything to respond to you.
Wait, chat? Are you streaming right now?
I said I was.
Oh.
We talked about this earlier the week. You got sad because it split viewership.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So thinking about it now, unless our deck size for option number 1 is half as large, I think I actually prefer option number 2 because it's just like normal Elestrals, but we start with 1 on the field to begin with.
This is actually, since this is alpha, this is alpha version, we are testing the waters in this area.
Mm-hmm.
We are building this.
We'll see once I do find
by
a
all
if I can
means,
get all the high
any
rolls,
suggestions
awesome.
are helpful.
I think Johnny
building
would
this.
kill me though.
Okay.
I have taken one too many projects on like this, and that they're just like, oh yeah, the creativeness is on you. I've had that stress, and that is not fun.
Yeah. I kind of like option number 1 because we have 1 partner Elestral, and that's a good focus. But that's probably because I'm a fan of Digimon, but you know, that's a little different. But having like exclusively runes in your deck is
oh, sorry.
difficult to imagine. So I feel like if we do option number 1,
see, here's where
where we only battle with our partner Elestral and build our decks that way, we should probably have a smaller deck size.
Okay.
Or if we play Elestrals on top, well, yeah, I was thinking about the wrong idea when you said build number 2. So on build number 1, if we play an Elestral from our hand, I would think the stats in our partner Elestral change, and I guess the ability temporarily.
Yeah, so Cox, for context, we were given options that you just can't see.
But I think that's a
I'll
little
read
too
them out.
confusing,
So
so I
the
just went
only
with
battle with your
build
partner
number
Elestral,
2.
build deck that way.
Normal Elestrals,
Build your
but
deck,
you
start
have
with your
one on
partner
the field.
Elestral ready on the field.
I think
Now
that's a
your
good
question
idea.
summon allies.
Then a
or
smaller
give you
deck
5
size
partners off the
to
bat,
just
and
kind
you
of
have
balance
3
that
copies
out.
of each in your collection.
Okay. Does anyone here of you 4 oppose the idea?
No.
No, I do not.
So build number 2.
All right, so build number 2, 1 partner Elestral, and half the deck size.
No, build number 1, I mean.
Build number 1?
Yeah,
That is,
only about-
you just said build number 1
Yeah.
is
Oh.
a single Elestral.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, see, we're getting there. We're getting there. Build number 1, half the deck size. Is everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds
That's
good
a
to me.
20 card. That's a 20 card deck size. So
All
just
right.
easy.
Just to explain to anybody who doesn't know how many cards it is.
All right, we are
Well,
locked
thank you
in
for
with build
letting me
number
know.
1. With that locked in, we're going to move over to the Deets sheet pulled up here in the stream. So the XP portion here, as you see, I have 3 states here. So we gained from battles and by bonding with new Elestrals. So outside of the battles along your guys' journey, you will be encountering new Elestrals or the same Elestral as your partner. And bonding with them will get you some new XP for your character and your character only, not the party. Take that as a statement. So everyone will level up not the same, but as they go along. And then through me, via how you guys roleplay, because that's always the best part, is when you guys become your character. So for the
That
battle
would be the hardest
XP
part for me,
portion,
becoming
so
the
moving in
character.
from the battle, so it's earned at the end of the battle. The XP is stackable. So for example, you're battling a 2nd Ascension Celestial, and it is what I consider a champion rank. The champion right down here is 500 XP, and you have Stellar right down here. 750 is the 1st Ascension, 1000 is the 2nd Ascension, 1500 is the 3rd and final Ascension. Right, and so for example, so you're battling a Stellar 2nd at the champion level. That total is 1500 XP. So note how you see I didn't do this 200 XP right here. I went straight to the Stellar portion because Stellars are rare. So
I'm hoping I can
go
get
with
into that
always the
mindset. We'll
rarer
have to see.
option.
Okay.
I think the confusion has to die down before
Bonding.
I
A
can
new
really focus on
bond
getting into character.
You'll have to beat what I have hidden in a journal on my end
I'm
of the
hopeful,
screen
though.
here.
I'll try my best
A
for this
trust stat of the wild Elestral. Your bond will then start at level 0. Start is the bond XP is gained by the difference with the battle XP is multiplied by the multiplier of your bond. Down here in the example, so that taking that example from the first for the battle portion, 1500 XP, multiply it by bond
Yeah, that makes
multiplier,
sense.
gives you your difference. Subtract your difference from the total, right? And then that difference goes to the bond level of your Elestral.
All right,
And then the
I'm just
rest will
gonna
go
mute
to you
myself
as
for a
the
bit, Just
player.
listen. I also need to eat something.
Any questions?
I don't know if it was already stated or not, but how do you determine starting multiplier?
I believe I have that down.
Oh, it's all the way up at the top.
All
The
right.
bond
Yeah.
multiplier? Yeah, that's a
I
1
didn't-
for now.
I didn't understand a single word you just said.
Don't worry, it's morning.
You'll
I
tell
was
us
up
how
at-
much
I was-
XP we
I
get.
was up until 3 a.m. streaming, so yeah.
That's your own fault.
Hey, listen, man. Some of us have responsibilities as a streamer to try and be consistent.
Yeah, I've been failing at that, especially with my Explore Pokemon Scarlet
Yes.
records.
So, bond level, how do you get it from 0 to 1?
So, perfect question. As you see right here, I have a bond chart. Now,
Oh,
these
I
are
see.
only.
I forgot to scroll down.
Noted. Thank you for the
So
advice.
these
So-
are just.
Honestly, I could use
For right
what I
now,
could get
I'm
for
locking
this.
these
Be like
in.
such efficient
So
water, but
bond
that sounds
levels
kind of
will
exciting
jump
as well.
pretty fast, all dependent on encounters.
Mhm.
But as I promised, I'm not going to kick you guys right off the bat. I'm not going to kick you while we're starting. So more or less, I will scrolling up here really quick. I will be staying to roughly right here, the first, second, and third ascension, 100, 200, 300. So with so I'm going to state right here with these first 3 up here. You can choose to split half the XP between yourself and your partner, since really your multiplier is going to be 1. If you multiply this by 1, you'll still get the same outcome. Or you have the option to turn this times 1 to times 0.1 and do the calculation that way.
Mhm.
Then the same with multipliers after that. But that I will leave up to you guys, because I mean it will determine how fast you guys level up with encounters.
Okay. So whoever gets the last blow gets the XP.
Anyone opposed to that idea?
That'll lead to one heck of a disparity
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, I feel
Could.
like that'll definitely make it to where like one person in particular will just kind of like continue to snowball.
All right.
We
'Cause, I
could
mean,
split
like,
it between the 4 of us, like EXP share.
Because I mean, like, if one person keeps getting all the last hits, then they're going to be a higher level. They're going to have an easier time hitting, one-shotting everything.
Mhm.
I mean,
That is true.
Do we want to, instead of sharing it every single time, we could decide amongst ourselves, well, who gets the XP this time?
I think that we should just share it. I mean, like,
Just share? Okay.
yeah,
Battle experience will be shared because, as he said, the bond with new Elestrals and the role playing experience are going to be on a per player basis.
Okay. Oh, so
So
that's the different part. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
So, yeah. So battle XP is stackable. So if you guys want to decide on like, since it's stackable, you can have that. How Garradine put it, like a bottle of experience. In Minecraft term there. And wait until the end of the session. And then kind of dish it out that way.
I do
between
believe
the 4 of
something
you.
was lost in translation there because I didn't say a bottle of experience. I said battle experience.
Oh.
Yeah, my hearing is kind of shot.
That's fine.
I'm
I was like,
25
wait a
years
minute, when did
old.
I say this? I know it's early, but still.
No, sorry. Part of one of my jobs, I had to deal with some loud sounds, and one of my ears is kind of messed up.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, so sometimes everything will fade in, fade out, but I can still hear. That's the best part.
Hey, sometimes some things fade in and out for me too, but it's only after I drink.
Okay.
Fair enough. So,
real.
And this is why you drink
but
responsibly.
is that something you guys would be interested in, since XP in this case for battle is stackable?
Stackable as in before you add the bond multiplier, right?
Yes. So,
Okay.
like if you have, say I give you a 3 Elestral encounter, one being a first, one being a second, one being a third,
Sense for me
that would all
until
stack to 600
actually get
XP.
into
Now I
the
throw
campaign
in
and see
a
it in
champion
action.
level.
That's how I always am.
For one of them, that'd be an extra 500, so that'd be 1100 XP.
And champions are just stronger versions, right?
Yep, champions are going to be a little boosted in their stats. I will be working on how to figure that out before I give you guys one.
Okay.
Probably won't happen till episode 2 or 3, but I'm banking on 3 so I can have time to tinker.
Be happening every Saturday.
Sounds good.
As long as something doesn't come up.
How much
at 9 a.m.
HP does our
EST.
partner Elestral have? Now that I think about it, if they're hit, are they out?
Yeah, how does combat work?
So that is a very good question, and I'm still kind of tinkering with that.
Okay, we can figure out later.
Exactly. I will have. I think I got some down here, but
as far as I know, we're not going to start with combat, so we're fine.
All right, I want to punch Zaddy's character in the face.
All right, and since you guys all chose build number 1, so at the start of battle, you will start with your partner Alessra already on the field.
Mm-hmm.
That ascension will be regular, like in the TCCG match, and then revert back to when it is over. In battle, ascension line is free and open to, go through. Outside of battle, your bond level will allow it to ascend and let you start a battle with that level of ascension.
Okay.
So right here, down at the bond level chart, I'm starting you guys off at level 1 for your bonds, so that's already a permanent 75 XP there. And then here at level 5, you guys can ascend to a second stage, and I'll get to the fun jazz of that in a bit.
That's nice to know.
So I did this math. I just did everything by 0.5 multiplier and then added it to the previous level to get what I have. So think this like an XP bar from Pokemon or whatnot, which resets to 0 every level up, and you need to gain that XP to raise the level. If that makes sense.
So technically, our Elestral is level 1 with 0 experience, needs 113 to hit level 2.
Yes. So you have 75 permanent, and then you'll need 113 to get it up there.
Well, what Geraldine was saying was we are level 1, but we have 0 EXP. But what you're saying is that we do have 75 to start with because we are level 1.
Yes.
Okay. And to get to the next level is we need the amount that's listed next to the level.
Yes.
Okay, so from level 2 to level 3, we need 175 total. Or do we need 175 more?
Nope. All right. I really feel like
So you'll need 170 total.
Total, okay.
So
how you wrote it down with the XP bar, which resets to 0, is what confused me.
All right, yeah.
Because the XP bar is not resetting to 0. It's you have 70. It's like D&D character progression. You have 75. You need 113 to get to level 2. Then you need 170 to get to level 3. Instead of you hit level 1. You need a total of 113 from 0.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you leveled. You reset to 0 again. You need 170 more experience. You reset to 0, you need 255, etc., etc. Because that is as written.
Oh, yeah. Resets to 0 every level up.
So, and this can change. I can change it right here. As I'm sharing this, I can see.
Okay, so I think I get it now. Yeah.
You can see me change that.
Yeah, we'd be leveling up really quickly if it didn't reset.
Yeah, because just one big battle
It's
here.
like 450 experience, so
I have no
that
fucking
would
idea,
like
so I'll take your
immediately
word for
shoot
it.
you up to like level 5.
We'll see come next
Is
week
it
once
one
we
level
start.
at a time, no matter how much XP you get?
Or is it closer to the Pokemon where it rolls through, but you just keep subtracting the max off until you run out?
Oh, that's probably a good idea, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's really a good way to explain that
yeah,
then what
I-
we're trying to do. I think it's just naturally confusing.
Since this is me just giving a kind of like a base. So what you guys suggest, I will totally. So
I don't mind doing the rolling one where instead of just shooting up to a level, you do it like you normally would. You get to a level, reset. Anything extra, you try to get to the next level, reset. Next level, reset. Next level.
So pretty much, as an example, using the 450 you got from your bond experience example, that would roll a level 0 Elestral up to 3rd level, and they'd have 92 experience left over to try and reach level 4.
Mm-hmm.
And considering it is a exponential increase, it would naturally, as the higher level the Elestral gets, the harder it would be for said Elestral to level. So you'd have to fight more bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So keep the total. And use the roll over technique, which then allows and in this case verifies the kind of reset to 0 option there.
Hope everyone's got calculators handy.
My computer does.
I know, right?
Don't worry, Johnny, so am I.
Okay. So then
I'm
going
pretty
down
sure
to
it
the
is,
player level
Cox.
again, this is, since this is alpha version, I was just doing kind of quick calculations to see where everything landed. So level 1 starting out as 0. 500 is going to be level 2. Here at level 3, you guys will get to roll a d4 for your stats again to add on. And it is going to allow you to acquire a second element outside of
This part I'm really intrigued about to see how it ends up working.
combat.
Oh, when we start with outside of combat. Oh, okay. So if we want to pick up another spell outside of combat, we'd need that element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's my Earth player?
Jacob.
Yep, that'd be me.
Right, so like say he wanted to use eruption and earthquake. So like use his earthquake to cause an eruption, in this case lead into that. He would have to have earth and fire as his 2 base elements to kind of do that simulcast.
For our starting deck, the 20 card starting deck, will we need that second element to cast stuff in battle, or is this just outside of battle?
This will just be outside of battle. I'm not gonna be hard blocking you guys into just using.
Okay, yeah, you said that at the start. So this second element that we acquire at level 3 is for outside of combat.
Yes.
Okay.
And so player level is stack. Not how I designed bond level. Player level is accumulative.
Okay.
Standard
so
D&D set.
Never a theater kid.
Yeah. But I did not go off of their proportions because that is excessive.
There's a reason I
Yeah,
made
yeah,
those
whatever
notes
is
because
left, we can choose how fast we level up,
typical-
right? In
I
a way,
struggle at acting, and
of
I
what
cannot
we
sing.
earn, we can choose which goes into the Elestral and which goes into us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was exactly the idea that I had. I just really I couldn't in words I couldn't really form that idea.
Yeah, I think you said it earlier.
I think so too. I just can't remember. It's still too early.
Yeah, it says leftover will go to player level, so what we can choose the leftover.
So really, I'm not stopping you guys from saying one or the other. I'm saying the difference.
Oh, wait. So, yeah, gained by the difference when XP is multiplied. So, the base XP minus multiplied by bond level is what we get for the player.
The Alestral at
That's
the
the hope
first
in choosing
5
Earth.
levels will either get a 50-50 split or 10% of the experience. Is what I
Calculated.
remember hearing, because you'll either do the split or you would add a decimal in front of the bond multiplier. So instead of being
Yeah.
a times 1, it's a times 0.1, then a
Okay.
times 0.15, then a times 0.2.
So I'm gonna let you guys deal with decide on how you guys want to do that. As you know, as the players, you guys will solidify how you want the bond multiplier. Do you want to keep it the base number that I have in the notes here, or do you want to do the decimal? And then the difference will be whichever one you want. So like,
Well, the thing is, by it being the difference, the Alestral starts getting more experience than we do as it advances in tiers.
I feel like it needs more than us, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
As I said, in that single fight, a level 0 Alestral immediately jumps up to a level 3 trying to get to level 4. And that's with the 0.3 modifier, which at the moment doesn't exist.
Well,
Right.
the Elestral stats don't change, do they, until they ascend?
no, they won't. They won't change until they ascend.
Yeah, so really its level doesn't really matter. As long as it's not immediately level 20 into an ascension, you know?
Level 5.
Level 5 into an ascension.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if it takes like 6 or 7 combat encounters for it to ascend, I mean, that's about standard, right?
Yeah, it seems fine. Well, I don't know if 6 or 7 is going to be what we get through before we get to level 5 on our bond level.
I think the one biggest thing I would put into your guys' note journal, or however you guys are taking notes, is the XP portion here of the totals that I have given, and then just keeping that on hand. That way, calculations will be a
phone
lot
on.
faster than having to
Switch
open
the
up
character
this
sheet
this
to a
document and
spreadsheet
just
at some
scroll
point.
through.
Might be easier for editing purposes than
Okay.
what I'm doing.
I feel like it would be.
If you do,
I just want to keep things simple, because if we have to do all sorts of calculations to figure out how much XP we get every single time, it'll become a chore.
right, and that's why I was, Garrardine had that nice idea, is since I have stackable right here, you guys can wait till the end of the session and then just have like a pool of XP to
Draw from.
draw from for each of you. So like you can divide it by 4 or 5 when we have our 5th player.
Again, words are being put in my mouth.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I did
saying
not have that idea.
but-
That was an idea you generated from a misunderstanding.
That's fine.
I'm giving you credit.
No, I don't want it. But I'm fine with it.
So
If it does
really
end up
for
going
this.
that way, it would be
And for me, it's an hour later than most of these guys.
easy to just say, hey, I need this amount to top off my Elestral's level, and then go from there. when I DM, that's normally how I do experience anyway. I won't give the experience gain until sometime near the end of the session. I'm like, okay, here's all the things you fought. Here's lump sum.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Gives us
All
time
right.
between
So
sessions
so
instead of
so that
wasting
way
time
we just
drawing.
need to keep track of what we fought, and then all the math will come at the end.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. That is locked in. 2 out of 4 votes locked it in.
2 out of 4. Okay.
Just knowing Johnny, he's probably going to like, yep, that just sounds fair. I did not get
That
to work
sounds
with
exactly like him.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, as long as everyone else agrees to it, I'm fine with it.
Here you go.
I'm definitely not the kind of person to like contest the majority. So
Okay. The majority is 2 out of 4. Yeah.
And then since this is the alpha build, 15 max bond for now.
Who died?
I dropped my phone.
ugh.
The phone dead. 15's good.
And then same with player level.
Mhm.
Right. One note here. I changed the stat cap. So unlike D&D where the stat cap is 20, you can have a stat cap of 30.
Okay. Is it even possible to get that high?
I mean,
It's
we're
not-
adding a D4 every 3
you add a
multiplier
D4.
levels, so
And I assume you re-roll ones if you feel like it.
No.
that would be a little broken
Oh, okay.
if it's a reroll 1 on the D4.
Okay, good to know.
But it's not just for a stat; it's for all
Every
stats.
stat.
You're adding a D4 for all of your
Just make a note
stats.
about the
Yeah, that
time
makes
stamp
sense.
because a car just drove
Wait,
by.
stat cap
It's always
like
very
all
loud, but I'm
stats
wondering if my
combined? No, that
mic
doesn't make any sense.
will
No,
not
No,
each
pick
it's
it up.
cap
Eight,
30.
eight,
We'll see.
each
stat.
stat cap 30.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I did some quick math.
Hey,
I'm like,
chat,
well,
can let
we're
me
You're like,
work
wait a
in the
minute.
car.
So and again,
What's going on?
and again, since this is alpha build, player level is going to be 15. So yeah, your stats aren't going to reach 30,
But they'll be
if
pretty high.
they'll be pretty high. Yeah. So, if you guys please make a note of this. When it comes time to do your D4 for each stat, to roll it in the main hall. That way, we all have a record, so no one's cheating.
Yeah, no problem. I won't
You
cheat my
guys,
extra ones.
I did my rolls over here in the Rise of Titans channel. Is that acceptable?
It's perfectly fine because then it does. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't reset whenever you log out, like whenever you disconnect. So if not, I can before I disconnect from the channel, I can copy paste everything into a Google document.
Yeah, no, it doesn't reset. It stays there. It's a separate chat where you can also talk.
So
All right,
Yeah, I've seen that before.
all right, that works.
and
Those are
that's
some
all.
nice
That's all I
stats, by the
asked, so
way.
that no one's just saying, "Yeah, I rolled all 4s for each stat."
I got a total of 20 out of all of my 15 levels. All of my stats have increased by 20.
Right.
Right.
So and then so new under that here in parentheses, new spells will be learned as well as you level up. So one spell of your choice. Can choose other spells from other elements once you have your second element. If you guys have a like say with player level, since you get your second element at level 3, you could say, oh, it would be cool at level 9 we could get like a third element or something. That's up to you guys if you want to do that.
Oh yeah, it only says we get 1 so far. I think I'm okay with 2 for now, but we could change it to level 5 to get the second element, like at the same time, like sort of at the same time as our Elestral is able to ascend at level 5, and then at level 11 we would get the third element.
Okay, so
Essentially pushing back our
First,
second element until we hit tier 2. essentially.
Yeah.
I can type. And I spelled that.
And I think we don't need more than 3.
Yeah.
And then 11.
All right. So
Say-
whenever set 2 drops, if the campaign is still going on, how are we gonna go about adding the new Elestrals into the campaign? Are we just gonna like act like they've always been there, or?
Oh, and new runes.
At I will probably do as a secret undertaking as to make some more fun and have some fun enjoying my creative side.
Okay.
Then probably drop you guys hints or something of what I'm working on because as a creative writer, a self-published author, that is a lot of the fun is dropping hints, but always leaving room for people to go, you know, that'd be a fun idea. You don't know how often I look at suggestions.
Sounds good to me.
All right, final element. Yeah, and if like Johnny asked, if the campaign is still going on, I will probably open up a player slot to add a frost elemental player, as their base element. So.
Well, we're gonna pick up the water and frost eventually. If Pure
Yes.
remembers that we're playing. Doesn't remember. Or does remember, but they come later.
I shot him a message. That's what I was worried about because like he's the only person that I hadn't heard from, and I was like, "Oh my god, please don't do this to me, Noah."
So, but yeah, that'll be probably something I do when set 2 drops
This
because
is
that's
still going
not
on
going to
when
be
set 2
till
drops.
closer to
That's
the end of this
insane.
year. Crazy.
Okay.
So I'll probably just be looking out for hints that Dan drops and stuff and all that. Okay, so yep, 15 base levels for now. We'll see how gameplay goes. Then for Johnny's sake, 4 stellar encounters. You
Oh,
will roll a D100. 0 to 90. You will get a standard.
that's 10% chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You have a 10% chance of encountering a stellar
Decent
Elestral.
odds, actually.
Okay,
And
that's unrealistic, but
way-
that's fine to me.
Yeah,
Sure.
Sadie said.
I guess that means we are gonna level up quickly.
1 in 10 chance is not bad at all.
Like
yes, it's not like
that.
Still, it's a 1 in every 10 encounters
for
on
each encounter. So if there's like a group of Elestrals of like the same Elestral, that percentage might grow to kind of give you a little bit extra chance of finding a stellar.
Just the group itself would
Still
be enough.
kind of working that out, but since going on what Dan is building for the card game, since there's only really like 99 cards for the stellars, it's going to be very rare to find stellars. So that can change. It can and will change. This is alpha build, of course.
Mm-hmm. Why are you rolling so much, Johnny?
Hey, listen, man, I want to get a stellar.
Okay.
I have a feeling finding stellars is going to be more common than we might expect, because a 10%
At
chance,
10%.
especially as we encounter a lot, that's pretty much 1 in every 10.
It
That's
depends on how
very
many
common.
encounters we get.
I mean, Jacob, roll a d100 and see how hard it is.
Looks
I'm not
pretty
saying
hard
it's
already,
hard,
not
but
gonna lie.
I'm saying like if we're encountering multiple Elestrals at once, that's why in Pokemon
Yeah.
the Horde battles were so great for Shiny Honey, because you saw 5 at once. Mathematically speaking, 10%, especially depending on how many we encounter per session, is honestly kind of insane.
I don't know. This
far-
man's still going. He hasn't hit above his highest roll was a 55.
No, I got a 61. I got a 61 earlier.
He
84,
did.
getting closer, getting
Nine.
closer.
There's 9.
Come on.
Law of averages. There's the 10th. Nope. 11.
Oh, come
Nope.
on!
So far we've
Nope,
hit
that's
12,
going backwards.
13.
Okay, it is maybe harder than I thought, but it could.
The law of averages does not like people. I will let you know this right now. Statistics are BS.
Jesus.
Yeah, statistically, it's only 1 in 10. In actuality, no.
In
Come on.
actuality, no.
It's
That's
just
not what I'm
70s
saying.
back to back to back to back.
Hang on, Control C, Control V. Nope.
Still nothing.
I
Still
don't-
no, it's still
no.
going. This is still going.
Nope.
It ain't
No.
happening. No stellars for anyone.
Are
No.
we proving a point yet?
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, we got
I
one.
got it. I got it. I got it.
All right, how many is?
I got
how-
a nat 1 before I got a.
All right,
That's
how
fine.
many have we encountered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Enough
7,
to fill up a
8, 9,
campaign, I think.
10, 11, 12,
10%
13,
is okay.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2, 3, 4. Dear Lord, 25, 27, 28, 29.
I don't think we're gonna have so many encounters that it's
34.
gonna-
34 Elestrals
Well, I
before we
don't know how
finally
many
hit a stellar.
encounters we will see per session, but I'm just saying, if we're seeing enough, then we might want to lower the rate.
We'll find out. Yeah.
What happens on a nat 1? Do we get negative odds for the next roll?
1d1000.
So there is a way, and it's actually right here at the bottom. If you guys want
Sorry,
to.
we got distracted.
No, you're good. If you guys want to read this small little portion.
God's favor.
Yeah, again, it's just a matter of
Yes.
Oh, we could
how
have
often
got
are
that
we
earlier.
encountering Elestrals? Because if we're only
If we want to
counting
wait, this is once per day, right? Or once per long
a
rest?
hand, maybe at most
So
10
God's
in
favor
one
will grant you a
session,
reroll
probably
of
a little less, then
any
we're
roll
good.
of your choice that will
But if we
include an encounter
encountering like
roll.
20,
Okay, how do we
30
get
in a
God's
session,
favor?
Oh
we're
yeah.
gonna have
Is it what
sessions
like
where it's
Cannot be
we're going to see
stacked.
sessions where
is
Is
it
it
bardic
like-
it seems like every other
inspiration?
encounter
This is sounding a lot like inspiration.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it is
variance is
it's the Elestral version of inspiration.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
We're
Okay,
just
so
gonna-
who's God?
It'll
Keeper,
be your
obviously.
element. It'll be your element. So like Zeus, Poseidon, Hephaestus,
Oh, so it's
Keepers,
not me.
all of them.
Demeter. Yes, since this is Greek based, you're gonna have you're gonna have the multiple gods, of course.
Wait, okay, so Dan just announced Hades. So do we have to play as he announced Hades like concept design? So if that's the situation, like what
Is he a card yet?
he's not a card yet, but he just got confirmed to be in
I don't think we have
in
to
set
worship gods per se.
What's your
I don't
No,
think.
So I don't know if he's confirmed for set 2.
What's your question, Johnny?
Well, like
Yeah.
if he's fire, like let's say like he is confirmed for set 2, right? Like later on, and he's fire. Do you play off of Hephaestus or do you play off of Hades? Like would
Oh, like,
Garrett,
what they
how would
prefer?
Garrett go about? Yeah.
Like,
Um,
worship.
If he ends up being fire, because like he's getting announced when all the set 2 stuff is being worked on. So if he ends up being fire, would Garrett have to play like with Hephaestus as his god, or could he play as Hades? Or could he retroactively change it to Hades if it is confirmed to be fire at a later point?
Why not
Um,
worship both?
Well, because we don't know what they prefer. Like,
Well, you have a god of a you have a preferred god, right? Isn't that a mechanic, or am I just crazy?
I don't
That's
think
just-
I think you're
that's
crazy.
That's D&D.
that's D&D specifically. We are D&D adjacent.
Yeah, but
Yeah. We are not
Oh.
clerics.
it might have been something I was talking about with Keeper before in private. That might be. I don't know.
I'm surprised you haven't leaked anything. Like, actually,
Me?
yeah.
He's actually pretty good about that.
I've leaked one thing, and Dan was laughing his ass off when he found out I leaked it because it was like the most unimportant thing ever.
Okay.
That's
do
not
note you
Rise from,
are
right?
being recorded right now, so anything that you have said that
Will
you
be
know
picked
is
over.
up-
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Dan, trust me.
Johnny, is
More
it something
views.
other than Rise from? Because you leaked Rise from, but you weren't. You
No, I
were
leaked
allowed to.
I leaked Javalantis effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't actually like say what its effect was, but like it was a conversation Dan and I had like way earlier on, and I thought it was a public conversation, and so I like brought it up, and then I immediately deleted it, and I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah.
So yeah,
And everybody was laughing their ass off. It was funny.
And then Dan just went ahead and revealed the card.
Nah. It was like literally, it was months before it was revealed.
And
Like it was like ages before it was
it
revealed.
would have just been funny if Dan just revealed it.
I was like freaking out though.
yeah, so to answer question, God's favor, anything like to get you that gets you out of a sticky situation, an idea that helps you in the long run, actually doing the gods a favor, like you kind of have a one-on-one with them in the sense of like you hear their voice, they ask you for a favor, you complete the task, and you can't earn one. So there are many ways to earn a favor point. And as I state, it can be used at any time to grant you a reroll or a bonus of 1d6 to the current roll. That way it gives you not just one option to reroll. So depending on how we want to change that up in the future as we play, you can add that straight to this sheet. And then, of course, yes, as Zadie pointed out, favor cannot be stacked. So therefore, it's not allowing you to stack the favor points and just constantly reroll or add multiple d6s to your rolls.
Not exactly what I said, but that's fine.
Oh.
Now I know how it feels.
I took it out of context. I do apologize.
I know. Better inspiration does not stack, yeah.
So that is kind of where I took that from, as to, kind of keep rolls fair between all of you. Hopefully this works out, and we'll see how it goes. And then here comes the fun part for all of y'all. Y'all dancing in your seats. Da da da! Ascension charts.
Oh yeah.
So this is the fun part. So I looked through the base set because I know most stuff is also going to be in the starter deck. It's just going to have a different title under the card of which set it's from. But note, I did not add some starter deck firsts choices. So if you do have that, I do apologize I didn't get to that point. So if there are different stage 2 or stage 3 Elestrals that weren't revealed but put in the starter decks, I did not get to that point yet to adding them.
So my dog can become a bug at random.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Technically speaking, you can ascend into anything, so you could also randomly become another dog.
So, yep. So your second ascension, as you guys figured out, the command is the exclamation point roll.
This one?
So Wind, Surakun has a 0 to 25, Clydesdale 26 to 50, Chrysor 51 to 75, and then Falcon 76 to 100. So it is
all of those zeros should be changed to 1.
And I can easily do
because
that.
100 is all zeros.
It is true.
Oh no. Oh, this is actually, yeah. I don't think the D100 even goes to 0, but using the command roll, yeah, it'll show up as that. So yeah, it's fine as is. I was just thinking, hard physical clickety clackities.
Yeah. And then here's kind of another decision for you guys. As you see, Griffuse, I made sure to annotate that he is a thunder and wind ascension. So since spirit energy is going to be used really to help your partner in a sense ascend, do you guys want to use spirit energy when Elestral ascends, or do you just want to keep it here with the percentages, and then you just have that chance of getting the dual element Elestral?
I mean, if we're out of spirit energy and we go to ascend, I mean, like, and we're forced to ascend, it's kind of impossible to use it. So I'll be kind of like, let's say we use all 20 of our spirit energy. If we go to ascend, I mean, like,
We die.
yeah. So I don't think I should use up spirit energy.
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
It's a forced mechanic to ascend, right?
No, I don't think it is.
No, like I said, this is a decision that I wanted to keep to you guys. So this is your choice of how
Start
that
spamming
happens.
that B button to cancel evolution.
Yeah, basically.
So, I feel like we could choose to ascend if we wanted to,
Okay.
The
Then
but
when
spirit,
you
but it
Spirit-
would cost spirits to do it.
spirit regenerates at the end of every day, correct?
Long rest.
yeah, so even if you
The
guys
thing
were to
is,
hit,
even if you hit that level, you can wait until after a long rest to ascend.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. To killing off your character's part, no. The mechanic is you hit 0 spirit energy. I'm just gonna have you guys be like not dead, but just like down and out of the fight. Like
Yeah, we have to use our
you have
physical stats. How does that work? How much damage do we deal as players? I mean characters, I mean. Since we're not Elestrals, as far as I know. Do we do
that would be your
1D?
strength and dexterity.
As attack
Mm.
defense.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can quickly cook an idea up. But
I'm
honestly,
stronger
since
than
we're
you.
here in session 0, we can work on that together.
Okay.
Are we using the stat modifiers?
Um,
Like a 17 strength would be a +3 type of thing.
honestly, I really didn't think of how I was going to calculate the modifiers because I didn't want to truly kind of steal off of
D&D.
D&D. So that is something to be thought about of how we can go around doing that.
I feel like for damage at least, we can just be like for similar to D&D, we have a random attack value. And if we want to yeah, I'm stumped too.
Because if he was saying strength, he was saying strength and dex. So strength is the attack stat, dex would be the defense.
Mhm.
If we're using something like a D&D style modifier system, that would mean my character with a strength of 17 and a dex of 13 would essentially be a 3-1.
That's fine with me, yeah. Being strong, yeah.
I'm able to hit hard. I'm not able to dodge out of the way of much.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. Putting yourself in that term of an Elestral's stats is not a bad idea at all.
So from 8 plus 2 is +1 for our attack or defense. So if I were, so I have 2 attack just like my boom bat.
So you got a 14 or 15 in your strength?
No, 12. So I guess 1.
1,
Right?
yeah.
So if
Minus
I was,
10, divide by 2, round
8
down.
is -1. I forgot. I thought it was 1. So 10 is 1. I forgot.
10 is 0. 10
Oh,
is
10 is
neutral.
0. You know, I've always had D&D Beyond do that for me. Okay, so 10 is 0, so that means 12 is 1.
Yes.
And my dex would be 2. I've got the opposite of my boom bat. I've got 1 attack, 2 defense. There we go.
So you don't hit very hard, but you're able to dodge out of the way a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just in case my boom bat explodes.
Boom, back, go boom.
Everyone agree rolling that way, putting your mods as your character stats, really, for physical
I'm
combat?
good with that. Yeah.
Pretty much, if you're into physical combat, things have gone so sideways.
Yeah. Good luck. I might as well just write down my modifiers for int and trust.
I
My
think I'm a
trust
one.
is plus.
I think I have him a 1-1.
You're a 1/1?
Yeah, I think I'm a
He
1-1.
he top loaded into intelligence and trust.
Ah, wow.
Oh no,
okay.
I'm a 1-3. We're good.
Okay.
I have 16 decks. We're good.
Okay,
All right.
well,
So
your punch
we
is up.
at least have a tank. If all of us are spiritually exhausted, at least we have someone who can
Take the hit.
absorb the damage.
Then so yeah, I like the idea of having you guys choose when you wish to ascend.
Oh, and I think a good idea for our Elestrals, I just thought about it. Since we only have one Elestral in combat at a time per character, and I feel like we can choose which one to send out if we have multiple. If they get dealt damage, then we as the characters spend spirit energy as a result, like being attacked directly.
Yeah, I guess you can say that can be like
So they can be hit as
Battle
many
bond.
times as we can be hit. Sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get hit, we get hit, and if we get hit, then just we get hit. We share at HP. We share HP is what I mean. It's hard to explain.
yeah. Think of it like a battle bond.
I'm over here, in my head, I'm over here like, oh, this is kind of like Final Fantasy. You got a front row and a back row. You can swap the front and back rows at any time. The
Or
front
like,
row is the Elestrals. The back row is us.
Yeah.
And at any time, we can step forward to take the place of the Elestral.
I think of it also like Stan from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Hey, you guys are the players.
Track now.
This is
Really?
awesome. Working together to get all of this going.
Okay. All right, my boom bat's gonna explode. I take 20 spirit
The
damage. I'm
Elestral.
dead. I think of it also like Stan from
Next
JoJo's
turn, make
Bizarre
go burr
Adventure.
and hit Zaddy for damage. Let's go.
Hey, you guys are the players.
I remember that still haunts my
This
dreams.
is awesome.
Man,
Working
bird
together
go, bro.
to
Bird go burr.
get all of this.
Wait a minute.
The bird do be going burr.
Hey, Jade, you said that your attack stat was 1, right?
Yeah, mine is 1.
You can't hit
Okay.
Zaddy. His defense is a 2.
Oh yeah, well you can't hit me, so I win.
What is your defense?
Mine is 2.
16.
3. Oh. Yeah, I can. We're kind of tied on that one because you got a 1-3 and I'm a 3-1.
I was hoping that would work a bit better. I realize
I
my
feel
We
like
sound
have the
quality is
muscle and we
also
have the
not talking
tank.
very loud either.
We don't even
So
So it
need
might just
Zaddy.
be
Let's kill the child.
anything.
I feel like if we do
Yeah,
attack
you
each other
can't
for
hit
some
me, so
reason,
I win.
we just take direct damage.
What is your defense?
So we're
Mine
all
is 2.
16. Like gang up on
3.
Zaddy.
Oh,
Excuse me, I'm the
yeah,
child.
I can.
Yeah.
We're kind of tied on that one because you
I
got
say
a
that
1-3
as
and
if
I'm a
it's
3-1.
normal.
I'm
the child.
Better. I realize
I
my
feel
sound
like
quality
my
is
son, we
also
have
not
the
talking
tank.
very loud either.
Everyone has that, right? Every
So
D&D
might
party
just
has
be
the child. That's
No.
a character class, right?
No, my DM never lets me find the orphans.
No, because I know you'll eat them or sacrifice them to Set or something.
Okay, that second one is a lot more accurate.
Oh,
I'm just missing my
boy.
audio
Okay,
saying,
so-
I tune back in to hear
Yeah.
that?
I still remember your
What?
Pokemon phase.
Every
No,
D&D
might
party
just
has the child.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's a,
no.
that's a
Yeah, you
character
had
class, right?
you had. I can't even remember their names now. No, because I know you'll eat them or sacrifice them to Set or something.
Okay, that second one is a lot more accurate.
Please be informed
Oh,
that
just
boy.
these
Okay.
animals
I
have the
tuned
word
back in to
giant
hear
in
that.
front. I still remember your
What?
Pokemon phase.
Giant hunt weasel.
I'll mess with the
He
audio
had a
later.
war
It'll be better
weasel.
for next week, I
I
promise.
had a war weasel. I I was a small creature, so
I
got
literally
right
just
on
got the
middle
setup
end of battle.
last night, and even then it's not
Yeah.
complete. Like I'm still missing
Oddly enough,
a
not
few
the weirdest thing
HDMI,
that
well, really an
happened in that
HDMI
campaign.
cord. It's a
So,
mess. Hence the drop in
getting
webcam
back
quality.
on the track here.
There's a
I had
track.
to use a very old one
Yeah.
because turns out the
Third
webcam I got
Ascension,
is
there are three
USB
cost
A,
celestial
and
here
I don't have
in
any
icons.
USB A or USB C, excuse me, but all my
I've broken
USB
it
A
up
ports.
to where, again, if I didn't take a look at starter decks. So if there's any hidden 3-cost celestials that I don't know about, I haven't gotten to them. Putting them in here. This is
I
just
think
from
you got them all.
base
There's
set.
not many.
So, so far I feel like Earth and Water are like very sad right now because let's
Well,
see.
by the time we get there, I'm sure there's going to be more Elestrals to choose from.
No, set 2 is just nothing but runes.
Oh, man.
Nothing but frost runes.
So Stratomoth, you have a 0 to 25 and 51 to 75%. So you have 2 different stats to get it. Same with Pantera. I broke them up in from the D100. You get two shots at it, depending on your roll.
I have a suggestion on
Sure.
that. Considering by third ascension will be have at least 3, possibly at the very least 2 different elements, most likely 3, which means that much as you have for water and earth, if you have an extra element, you can kind of roll those in. At that point, say Wind, Thunder, Water would have access to Stratomoth, Pantera, Imperial, Volt Tempest, and Majesty.
Oh, yeah, and so
which
that's
is
actually
5 of them, which would pretty much give the 0 to 20, 21 to 40, etc. a chance for any of these.
yeah.
For example, I'm playing Wind, so going into Thunder, what if I had increased odds to hit Volt Tempest over any of the other single generics?
That'd be plausible.
Zaddy's like he's gonna play Volt Tempest even when he's not playing Elestrals. Oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, so like if you had your second element, you may choose you can make a percentage sheet with the Elestrals and then roll, letting me know how you set up the sheet. So, Geraldine, that's actually a very good point.
Because that way you have a larger roster instead of just like, okay, because I started with fire, I will only ever have access to Majursa or Trifernal.
Right. So yeah.
You guys are just element swap the ones that exist.
True.
Yeah. So that is a very good point and something I can mark.
We have time for that because that's deep end game. We can figure that out later.
Much later. If we level up too fast, we can just hold off until we figure it out. And besides, the meta currently is 1-cost Elestrals. I think we'll be fine forever.
The meta will always be 1-cost Celestials because it doesn't make any sense to do anything but invest a single.
It depends on the effects of the 2 costs and 3 costs in the future. Maybe someday they'll special cast themselves.
Maybe someday they'll actually be useful.
I'm also waiting for. Yeah, I'm waiting for multi-celestial destruction on 1 card because I think that also would be the other thing that would change that.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that.
Okay, so that made a note of that. So that brings me to the end of the deets sheet, and character sheet is still under development in that sense, so as to not like truly copy D&D for all of their skills. I would think at a later date we can come up with a list. I mean, it won't be probably in a box like this, but we can come up with a list of skills and put them under like what stat we think would best fit it. Um, I think in this case, would be interesting and fun is if a skill required 2 stats to do.
That makes sense. Sure. Yeah. So it's not boring.
Yeah. And then if you feel cheeky enough, we can add a third.
I'm always cheeky. I feel like no, I'm not gonna go there. Okay.
All right. So is I'll keep the character sheet open if you guys like want to suggest skills as we play. I can pop them down here to the sheet over my here's my thing. The thing.
Our rune collection is our deck, right? And
Yes.
when we do stuff, we can just choose any rune from our collection, or do we like randomly draw it?
Um
And how do we know about randomly drawing it if we randomly draw it?
Yeah, that's a good question too. Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like
so
it'd be
Like,
easier if we just.
do we have to pop open TTS and like shuffle up 20 cards and be like, okay, these are my 20, draw 5 cards, or like?
I don't think I want to have you guys do that extra work.
'Cause then we
So
have
as
to figure out what cards we have drawn, what cards we haven't drawn yet, and then recalculate and all that. I think we should just be able to choose. That's the easiest route.
that was that was the route I was going is with 3 copies really of
Yeah,
cards.
it'll run out quickly actually.
Yeah. So like say stadiums, I limited you guys to 2 copies, right? Because of your opponent having one or something that could overwrite one. So I'd be cheating you guys out of a stadium. And then whatever artifacts. Deities could be like they gave you I don't know, a small copy of themselves, or they just granted you their ability. You can use that ability and stuff. You call upon, Demeter, I need your help or something.
I think
Demeter.
I think the embodying the deity makes a little more sense as you are essentially channeling them through you, because they can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, we're spirit tamers.
Yeah.
So then that is. I forgot to add a bot.
Well, I built my deck. It is very suboptimal, but it's fine. I only need thunder.
Okay.
It's just 20 copies of Galvenom, isn't it?
Nobody needs to know.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't say anything when Jacob said, "Oh, I'm just waiting on multiple Elestral destruction on a single card." I'm surprised you didn't say, "We have it. It's Galvenom."
Yeah, I was thinking of something else.
That's referring to more a rune than
He said
an Elestral.
runes, yeah, he said runes, so I didn't say anything.
I'm thinking more like Raigeki type cards.
Yeah, I don't want that actually, unfortunately.
I would love a Raigeki card. That would be fun.
No.
I mean, you would still need something.
Just imagine somebody not playing Voltempest Fist and building wide and just going Raigeki. I love
The thing is, there isn't enough. There theoretically shouldn't be enough deck space to run both adequate single target and multi-target.
I'd be okay with it if you'd have to expend for everything destroyed.
Oh yeah, it would. I would definitely think it would have to be something like that.
No. One thunder destroy all Elestrals your opponent controls. Fair and balanced, like Dan intended.
Yeah, I don't know why they ever, but that's insane. That was one of the first cards ever printed. Ay. In Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm talking about. I mean,
yeah.
Old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Was insane.
It was.
And I mean, it kind of still is. Actually,
there's a reason so many of the cards are still banned.
You guys want to?
Actually, you can play 3
deck that mills me and you for 20 cards turn 1.
You can play 3 Raigeki these days, actually.
Well, that's because they power creeped it with Thunderstorm.
That's true too. Thunderstorm is 2 spells.
Lightning storm. Thank you very much.
Lightning
Okay,
Storm?
okay.
Okay, Lightning Storm.
Close enough. Close enough.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, we've been talking Elestrals, so Thunderstorm
sorry,
came
sorry,
to
sorry.
mind.
A
Alright,
question
oh.
on card effects. Stuff like, say, that tells you to draw cards. Do you have access to your entire deck at any point, kind of like a wizard spell list where you just pick and choose a set amount, or do you have to draw a hand?
Well, that's what we were just talking about. You just have access to the entire deck.
Okay, good. So stuff like Nectar of the Gods is useless. Gotcha.
I feel like Nectar of the Gods will let you use 2 spells in one turn.
No,
which
Nectar
would
of the
be
Gods will let you get drunk.
Okay, it's
So what do we need to
I
prepare
mean, that would
by
be
next
a
week?
strong spell though, wouldn't it? But it would be very expensive.
Caffeine.
Copious amounts of caffeine.
Preferably 8 hours of sleep before you actually.
No,
That's your fault again.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, I'm trying to be more consistent. You know how hard it is to be consistent when you get off work at 10:30 and you gotta
Very.
wake up at 6. It's impossible.
Consistently unhealthy.
Exactly.
No, I'm
Normally
serious. I
healthy,
don't
but-
think I fully got the character sheet down.
Yeah,
and what we
same.
do that.
Well, I got the character. Well, technically 2 character sheets, but
I'm
you know,
still confused by all the math for the EXP. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll help
We'll
you
figure
through
it out.
that.
okay.
So what of the character sheet do we need to have filled out by next session?
probably the deck. And probably what your partner Lustral is, their attack defense in the next square, and then the last square, their bond level, and then their the stats above for your character. Also, my character name is outdated. I made this a little too early.
My character's name is Kyler.
Don't you dare.
What? Wait, I'm serious.
Can someone post an example of their character sheet in the
Yeah,
chat?
sure.
I think it'll make a lot more sense if I can see like a finished one.
I'm sharing
I
it.
can. Yeah, I was about to share mine, but fine. That was too slow.
I haven't finished my deck yet.
I'm not using that because I don't have access to that. I'll share mine. It's basically just a flat Word document that has all the required information.
I'll upload mine as an image because that's what I took a screenshot and decided I'll draw on top of this. Nope, that's outdated. I don't know why I
And
did.
that one is mine. One that's how that is literally just a flat who's it.
Did I not save?
Okay.
Ooh, music.
Oh yeah, because yours won't open with it.
It doesn't like it, and when it opens as a PDF, it's not an editable PDF.
My man has Yahoo saved as a bookmark.
Oh, yeah. I haven't touched this bookmark bar in years. It's just slowly growing.
My man has Yahoo saved as a bookmark.
Hey, I used to use Yahoo, so that's why it's saved as a bookmark.
I used to use Bing. I think I also used to use Yahoo because it had certain features that I liked, but you know, I switched to Google when I switched computers. Too much hassle.
All right.
All right, can we the deck again? I'm sorry, there's a lot of
20
information
cards.
I'm trying to process. 20 cards, is it multiple copies we're allowed? And we're
Yeah,
supposed to
up to
note that
3.
as well?
2 stadiums,
yeah.
3 otherwise. Yes?
Yeah.
And we're not locked into 3. We can choose
Oh,
to
2 stadiums. Okay.
we can choose to run, say, one of this, so we can run another additional card, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
just
it's
like
not two. I'm not locking you guys in at 2 stadiums. You can have 3. Like you can have up to 3 copies of each card.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll just go back to 3 then. Cool. That's easier for me. I'm doing very brainless deck building right now.
Hashtag relatable.
That's playing a while ago, but I just got the bot added, so we're good.
Okay, so why can't we just go with 3 Rise from the Ashes? Like, what stops us from doing that?
The keeper telling us not to.
Okay, how many Rise from the Ashes can I play?
One for now, as really, since you only have the one partner Elestral, it seems.
Well, didn't we decide that the partner Lestral won't go down until we go down?
Yeah, so really,
If
honestly,
we want to use Rise from the Ashes, we'd do it on each other, right?
yeah,
So if one of us goes down, someone uses Rise from the Ashes, and now we're back to how many runes? How many spirit energy?
20.
Okay, how does Shield of Achilles function?
It probably blocks the attack still. At least.
Yeah, it'll still block the attack.
Okay, how does Aeolus function?
That's a good question.
Are we just doing it like the summon familiar thing, or?
We can probably do, if you have multiple Elestrals, is you can switch them out with Aeolus. Like,
But then Aeolus is useless until I grab another Elestral.
yeah. So only have one. So just have one for now, I guess.
Yep.
Until someday you have another one, another Elestral. Up to you. I mean, you don't have to play optimally, just so you know.
Optimal is my middle name.
Jade, Optimal Johnny.
Yeah.
For the stats, is it rolling a d20?
46, keep 3. Or is it keep 3? Yeah, 46, keep the 3 highest ones.
And you can reroll once.
How do I put
If
that
you
in
feel
for the
like it.
bot?
Oh, exclamation point R space 4d6 and then HK3.
Why don't you, or you could just, that's so,
It's not that hard.
Okay.
Hold
or
on.
you could just go exclamation mark 4d6.
I don't think that worked as
exclamation
intended.
Go exclamation mark roll 4d6.
Oh, that did not work like I thought it would. Hold on.
No.
Let me see if I did it this way. I remember doing it successfully. 4d6 KH. Oh, I had it the wrong way around. KH, not HK.
And just minus the lowest.
Yeah.
Just minus the lowest number.
So exclamation point R 46 KH3. Keep highest 3 is what it means.
Exclamation point R space 4d6, and then what came
Yeah,
after
you can
that?
copy what's it shows you what I tried to roll. So exclamation point R, and then you can just copy paste the stuff from the roll
46
that I
H3.
did.
H3. Okay.
Yeah, keep highest 3.
Nope.
And you do that
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Yep. So that's 11.
Well, you forgot the cage, but that's fine.
Still worked, right?
Yeah,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No,
9,
I did
10.
do KH. I don't know why it isn't showing up because I did type it.
Yeah,
Oh.
you did because it says highest 3. So.
But
Interesting.
And 4 plus
4,
3
5,
plus
6,
3
7,
goes
8, 9,
over,
10.
yeah.
Well, no, that's all 4 numbers together.
No,
It's
that's
actually 10.
So yeah, it's 10.
Oh.
Okay.
It's fine. You can just calculate yourself. It's not a big deal.
Remember, you
Okay.
can reroll once, so you can reroll that one.
Yeah, even if it's not a kept one, you can re-roll the one.
Do I have to
maybe
choose to
make it-
re-roll it right now, or can I get all 4 and then choose which one to re-roll?
It's
No, you
easy
can
to keep
reroll.
track
No,
of.
you can reroll it on all ones. So like you roll the 1 on your 4d6.
It's
so you can reroll
easier
that one.
to keep track of which one you're re-rolling for if you do right after you find out your roll. So if you want to re-roll that one right now to make that 10 a slightly higher, maybe it's probably a good idea to do that now.
You're re-rolling the number 1. Not the
Yeah, I
dice
got
one.
that.
Okay,
I'd
okay.
I'd roll another d6.
Okay,
I'd roll another d6.
Yeah, 1d6. Exclamation point R, 1d6 space 1d6.
Yeah. Wait, so is it one reroll for? I get to reroll one die for each stat, or do I have to? Or do I only get to reroll once?
Just the one.
For each number one. So
Hmm?
every time you see a one, you can reroll the die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can roll
Okay, so there's no reason
1d6.
not to do it.
Yeah,
Except-
there's no downside. Unless
except
you're like
if-
Zaddy and you're a masochist.
Yeah.
So it'd be that, which I got a 3.
Okay, so that's doesn't change anything
No.
for you.
Yeah, you're still at a 10.
Still 10. You can re-roll that one. Oh, that's the same number.
That's a 4.
Same set of numbers. All right, let's see if that changes with the 1d6.
No, it's a 4.
No, you,
Oh, no,
you got
No,
a
that's
1
not a
Is
4.
that a
at some point
That's not a 4. It'd be higher if it was a 4.
because it's crossed out.
So it bolds
Nope.
and crosses
Same
out the
number
the lowest
again.
number.
Literally the same number.
Jesus Christ, you're getting worse than me.
Garrett,
Well-
you took all the luck in the server.
He did.
he got 2 18s. He took all the luck in the
No,
server.
I didn't get
17,
18s.
18, 13, 13. Yeah. Let me check if you rolled correctly.
Wait,
That's
that
too
doesn't
far away,
make
never mind.
sense. How would it be so
I used
high?
I used the 46.
18 is the
highest
highest you can get.
I mean, I got a 1 on one of my.
Oh, never
13s,
mind.
and I didn't
Never
re-roll
mind.
it.
I see where I'm getting confused. Yeah, no, this is right.
I would like to check Geraldine's numbers.
It's all the way at the top.
Yeah, he did get
Oh
666.
my god.
Oh my god. That's the lowest you could possibly get. I feel like Jacob deserves to get a full reroll.
Oh god.
Oh,
No.
God.
That's not
No,
the
please,
lowest.
not
I
there
could
for
have
the
gotten a
test.
6.
It's an intelligence.
Jacob. You are classified as legally brain dead.
He
Oh,
didn't
no,
look
no.
red dead.
He-
He just
he can
don't
choose
put
which
one
ones.
together well.
He can choose which one goes where. Okay, that's better, I guess.
You
Reroll
threw
that
all
one.
Yep.
It's not going to change much. The best you can do is get 13 now.
Get a 6, get a 6, get a 6, get a
6,
6.
6, 6, 6, 6,
6,
6,
6, 6, 6, 6. A 6 makes it a 16.
6 makes it. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it is because it'll be 2, 5,
You got
6,
a
6.
5.
That's a
Oh,
15.
boy.
Yes.
15. That's pretty good, actually. Sorry, I didn't calculate. The 2 would have remembered.
Your
first.
math. The
So
math went bad.
I'm at 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 7 intelligence, and
No,
15.
it's not in order. You can
You
choose
can do
which
it in
one
any
goes
order
where.
you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So there's just the 4 numbers. Okay.
It's 4
Yeah.
numbers, and you can put them wherever you want. Yeah.
Since you're playing Earth, you should put your lowest number in trust because you can never trust an Earth player.
My lowest is trust. Excuse me.
Yeah. And you can never trust a Thunder player, so.
Never
It
trust a
works.
child.
Ah, you guys. Well, I'm happy to say if you guys want to, I can raw dog upload this to the YouTube channel since swearing has been kept to a minimum, which I do thank you guys for. But that is up to you guys.
Careful, don't say that out loud in front of Johnny.
John-
Oh no, I have a worse mouth than he does.
I
Johnny-
know it's going on someone else's channel, so I'm always like cautious of stuff like that.
Okay. I never swear anyway.
The thing is,
Sure, let's
considering
do
the
that.
fact that it was,
I think I might have said like 1 or 2, but I don't think I actually like said like hard cuss words. I think it was just like
You said a slew of them partway through, but
I did.
you did.
Oh,
It's fine. Not a problem.
So
We'll live.
I'm like half.
if you guys want to, I can. But Johnny has agreed that if you want it edited, he can do the editing.
Well, I mean, like, there's nothing that I'd really need to edit, is there?
You might want to
Probably
share
not.
this, but
Not really.
I mean,
mean-
like, because I mean,
So my
like, later
thought
on,
process
like,
is
whenever
that
we
I've
actually
got
start
stuff to
doing things,
increase
I
power if it
feel like
works
editing
how I
being needed
think it
over there,
will. So I don't
like-
think strength's too important.
hey, session 0, I think we can keep fine. Yeah.
Dexterity.
Yeah, but
eh.
session 0 like is
I
obviously
like
just
trust
us
because I
going
trust my
over the
Drataya.
discussion
So I thought
topic
that'd be
for,
kind of cool.
for the campaign.
Intelligence just kind of middle of the bar.
And when we
So
actually
we'll see.
start the
We'll see
real
how this
deal,
works out.
Yeah,
we can restart the recording, I guess.
I could slap like gameplay over everything, but I mean, like, it'd cover up words and stuff like that, and I mean, like, no real point in doing that. Or
Oh,
I could upload muck gameplay over the video. Let's do that. Yeah.
Sure, create an animated film. I don't mind.
oh,
I said muck gameplay.
yeah, I can easily stop the recording and,
Start again when we start.
yeah. And
Oh, we're
we
starting today.
Good
mean,
if we have time. We
we
got like
have
I
about
have
an
1
hour.
I have to
have an-
leave exactly at 11, so
But it all depends on you guys. Do you guys want to start? We have an hour, or we can talk schedule, get the next session set, which does give me a little extra time to kind of stuff. But being at Theater of the Mind, a lot of stuff is going to be built on the go.
I think we should definitely wait until you can actually get some stuff built up.
Agreed.
Because I mean, like, we still don't know how like the skill stats go. I mean, like, we don't really have any like skill charts. So like, if we have to persuade someone, or if we have to like lie to somebody, if we have to do athletics rolls and stuff like that, none of that's been worked out yet. So I mean, like, I still think we should wait until that's all worked out.
Okay, and yeah, I'll just keep giving you guys the deep sheet as I work on it. But if you guys want access to it, just kind of shoot me your emails. I can create a Google share file, and we can all work on it together.
okay.
And if you have Microsoft Word, that's how I built the character sheet. So you can pull that into there and edit it that way by yourself. And then what's this? Yeah. Or yeah. Someone else can pop their copy up. So, and with that, I believe I can end the recording. There we go. It'll take a hot minute. We used about 95% of that recording session.
That was close.
All right.
So thankfully I have autosave on the bot, but it would just take letting it save the recording and then adding it back to the channel or the
So I think at this point I'm going to wrap up the stream here. That was kind of the introductory
Well, that
session.
was
I'm
fun.
still very confused about what's
I
going
still
on.
don't understand anything about math, but hey.
We'll get
Oh, I
there,
actually
we'll
understand the
get there.
math here.
That'll never
But
change.
this I'm gonna figure out
Guys
another
just feel like
session. I'll let y'all
talking to
know. I
Steve
think
about
most
math is,
likely
like,
it'll probably
literally,
be
like, the dumbest
every
conversations ever.
most Saturdays at around the same time as this
"Oh,
stream.
yeah,
So
guys, like,
9
this is,
a.m.
like, a
EST.
mathematical equation."
I'll be
Like,
live
that-
streaming
that
all the
shit's
sessions
gibberish.
as long as everything's working. So you can look forward to that, and of course the VODs will stay up
Actual
on my channel, so you can always
conversations
watch it back if
How
you
do you
miss
create
anything.
ratios?
And hopefully next time I'll have
You-
audio balance better
Were
set
you
up,
there for that conversation?
better webcam,
No,
just a
no,
generally
I'm just
better
asking.
setup
Oh.
overall. This very much I did not have time to prepare for this, so I just
How
kind of
do
threw it
you,
together.
as the best Elestrals
But
player,
if you're looking
create
forward to that,
ratios
make
for your
sure
deck
you
building?
leave a like on this
Hmm,
video
that's not,
and
like, just
subscribe to my
acceptable
channel, turn
knowledge, but
notifications so you're
I know to
notified
think
when
about
I go live with
Uh-huh,
these
okay.
parts. And of course, I'll put all the parts in
I guess
a
that makes sense,
playlist
sure.
down,
Like,
and
I've
I'll
just
link the
been playing
playlist
card
down in
games
the
so long, it's
description
just
once we
like
get another part
my
out.
brain
So
does it for
look
me.
forward to all that.